Yo, what's up, YouTube? Garber19 here with 5 Cents Clan, bringing you another installment of my Battlefield 3 weapon review series. Today we're moving on to the carbines, so that means the M4A1 of the Americans and the AKS-74U of the Russians. Now, I particularly am partial to the M4A1 just due to the fact that it's a badass weapon. Right here, I got P-Mall, who has over 1,100 kills with this gun, and I believe is probably the best person on my friends list to consult about this gun. I believe it's a great gun. I honestly, I like the RPM of 800 rounds per minute. I like the fact that it has the basic damage of most of the engineer kit guns, which is 25 to 14 over range. That means in close, you're gonna have a very quick 4-shot kill.
Shot.
I said 4-shot.
400 RPM, which is very quick.
400 RPM. But at distance, that means it's gonna take you approximately 7 to 8 shots, which, in my opinion, isn't the greatest, but hey, it's good. It's pretty good.
With this weapon, though, you need to know how to make it accurate, and you need to know how to make it work for you. Because in my personal preference, I mean, I've gotten over 1,100 kills with this, 11 service stars, so I think I know the attachments that I like. And those are the holographic and the holographic sight, a foregrip, and a flash suppressor. Now, the reason I say flash suppressor over suppressor is because the flash suppressor reduces the recoil to a vertical recoil instead of a vertical recoil and slightly to the right.
And I prefer the suppressor because it keeps me off the mini-map.
Yeah, it all depends on what you want. I mean, if you like adjusting your stuff a lot, then and keeping quiet, then go with the suppressor. But
well, because see, the way I see this is with a carbine, you're gonna want to be in close.
Yes, so it doesn't really matter with the what's it called, the recoil that much. But if you are going to be playing Rush like we are here on Sharky, you may want to have a little more accuracy.
Yeah, I do know what you mean.
Range.
But I don't want to go off the ladder. But the thing about so magazine size. This thing has the average magazine size of 30 rounds. And wow, I didn't get any of them. There was 5 of them. But the average of 30 rounds, which can be bumped up with the one in the chamber. The reload times are the reload when empty is 2.6. So that means if you've expanded all the bullets from your clip, you will reload in approximately 2.6 seconds. I think that's approximate or it's exact, I'm not sure. And if there is still rounds in the magazine, you will reload in 1.9, which is a very quick reload. The only thing that reloads quicker is the M16s, and they reload, because they're insanely quick. Like Paul, you know what I'm talking about, right?
The 24.9 seconds.
No, 1.7
the M16.
Yeah, the M16s lead the recoil, or not the reload category. But with the M4A1, I really like the American sights just due to the fact that, first of all, I just like to keep it true to the gun. That's kind of how I am in this game. I like to keep it true to the gun. Plus, I like the American reflex sight a little bit more than I like the Cobra sight. It's just a personal preference. And right now I'm using the foregrip and the suppressor. That's, first of all, due to the fact that I don't have the flash suppressor. And that's, second of all, due to the fact that I like staying off the minimap. Paul, what's your general feel of this weapon?
It's my favorite. It's my favorite gun in the game. So, I mean, it shoots fast. Like, it's very well balanced.
Yeah, I kind of like
Like,
with the I kind of like with the M4, the M4 like the M4. I like to have the burst or the burst option or the burst only. Sorry, because I like to have a little bit more accurate shot when I shoot. And yes, I know you can be accurate with the M4, the M4A1, but I find it a little bit harder with the full auto, the rock and roll. So I do prefer the M4. That's just my partialness. Paul, what's your opinion on the M4? Paul?
the M4 is a great gun. So,
Yeah. But so I think that's all we really need to cover with this gun. So after I die, we will switch over to the AK. And I just want to talk a little about the AK. The AK has a fire rate of or it has a 150 rounds less per minute than the M4A1. But wow, where is this lurk monster? On the crane, Paul, we got one on the crane.
they do.
Yeah, they do. But the thing I like about the AK-74 is, even though it has a slower fire rate, it actually has, oddly enough, the same exact damage abilities as the assault rifles, the basic assault rifle. It has the 25 to 17 over range, which I think is actually really cool because this makes it a little bit more effective over range. So over range, you're going to do a little bit more damage than you are going to with the M4. And the other interesting thing about the M4 is, or not the M4, the AK, sorry, my bad. I'm looking at a lot of different guns on the damage chart, is it has the same exact reload time when there's bullets in the chamber of 1.9 seconds. But when it comes down to the magazine being empty, it has a slightly slower reload time, slower by 0.4, of 4/10 of a second, which I think is actually kind of odd, but it's actually kind of cool because it makes it able to compete with the M4 or the M4A1, I believe, on a certain level, which is actually I think pretty cool because this way, if you're in a battle against the M4, you're gonna actually be able to reload in the same time if you have bullets in the chamber, which makes the kind of, I guess the oh, that was odd. Sorry, that's why I kind of started. But I kind of like the fact that I'm able to reload in the same amount of time that the other guy is, because that just gives me a little bit. It gives me a little bit more damage, and if we're going over range, I'm gonna do a little bit more damage than he is, and we're gonna reload in the same time, meaning I'm going to win the gunfight. That's pretty much how it shakes down, unless the person with the M4 is like a god. That's
Like
an
me.
Yeah, where you probably know how to freaking keep the gun on the head over range, which would absolutely suck if you were me. I've actually never faced Paul when he's used the M4A1, so I've never actually experienced his awesomeness. But as you guys can tell, I'm actually decent with the AK because I use the AK more because whenever I play in private servers, I'm usually doing a Russian versus US game, but that is beside the point. The AK has the same exact magazine of 30 rounds bumped up to 31 with the one in the chamber, and the recoil is a little bit more severe to the left, but otherwise or in other it it's pretty much the same exact thing as the M4, except it's a little bit more extreme to the left. But that's all for today, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. What?
What's your preferred stuff?
Oh, my goodness, Paul. If without you, I would not be able to do this. My preferred setup for this gun is the Cobra sight. Again, it's just staying true to the weapon, Russian sight. I actually like the laser sight because it keeps my hip fire on target a little bit more. Plus, I also use the foregrip just for a
What is
little,
that?
but just for a little bit extra added in close accuracy. So, Paul, what about you?
I don't use it, so.
So all right. So thank you guys for watching. This time it's for real. I really hope you guys enjoyed. And if you guys could leave this maybe a like, a comment, favorite it, it'd be really cool. So thank you guys for watching. And this is Grabber19 and P-Mall signing off.